Awesome. We are live and welcome to another edition of Be My Guest. For those of you who might not know, this is a series that I've started of lives on my social media platforms where I bring on some practitioners, people who are in the trenches, specializing in a specific area of marketing, kind of helping you to learn from what they do on a day-to-day basis, bring in their experience, bring in their knowledge, putting that all together to ensure that you can use those techniques as well for your business. And today we're focused on the small business guide to digital marketing. We've got an incredible guest with us who's going to kind of break down small business marketing. So those of you who maybe you're struggling with your small business at the moment, you don't know where to start. And I think that's a common thing as well, is just not knowing where to start, not knowing what piece of marketing advice to take. I was having a conversation with someone earlier this week about SEO, and you know, her kind of question was, should we be doing SEO? Should we be focused on paid traffic campaigns, pay per click? How do you understand, or how do you know what's the best thing to do as a small business with a small budget? So our guest today is going to be sharing all of those insights with us. I've got a couple of questions as well to ask him. If you have your questions as well ready, if you post them, then we'll get those answered as well. I'm going to do my best as well to have a section towards the end where you can kind of ask your questions directly. We are a couple of minutes early for this one. But without any further ado, I'm going to get our guest on with us to introduce himself and to kind of speak a little bit about what is on the agenda for today. A huge welcome, Juan.
Hi, Sam. Thanks for having me.
No worries, no worries. I think first, before we get into the content, we still got a couple of minutes while people join us live. Can you give us a little bit of an introduction about yourself, what you do, and also how you got into marketing?
Yeah, sure. My name is Juan Campana. I've been working as small business advisor for a long time, but later I moved mostly for digital strategy or digital marketing as well. So my background, my educational background is in international business management, and marketing. And my first jobs were related to imports, like working as an international business manager, working with imports, buying things abroad. And since then, I started to understand how e-commerce started to work, because sometimes you need to buy some things looking for suppliers online sometimes. And so you need help for someone to buy something in e-commerce, especially when we are in a local market and you want to bring something from another place. So trying to find different products around the world. And later, I started to be like a business advisor. I got certified by that, and I helped many small businesses to improve their business strategy as well. Later, I moved to Canada. I used to live in South America, in Colombia, and after I moved to Canada, I started to go to dive in most in marketing, digital marketing mostly. I started as social media marketing, was probably one of the jobs that I had in the past. But later, with curiosity, self-learning, and sometimes about the jobs that they offered here, like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this advertising? Can you help me with the website? Can you help me with the commerce? You start to create like a bunch of skills that are going to be helpful for you as a professional. So it's been mostly like a self-learning, of course, going to school as well, and work. Like it's a mix of everything. So that's how you can get like a diverse of experience.
Fantastic, fantastic. And can you give us a little bit of a overview of some of the things that we're going to be speaking about today?
Sure. So this is the agenda. This is the some. I talked to some like a couple of weeks ago about what could be a relevant subject for this series that he's doing online. So I mentioned him, like probably we can talk something about small business, and sometimes they struggle to introduce the digital strategy in their business strategy. That's something that I've seen before, and I've seen that because I've been working also like a freelance. I've been also helping some other small businesses right now, and I get focused in marketing, and I've seen some issues in that. So I want to probably showcase some of those things that I consider that are relevant when you have like a small business, and probably it's going to be helpful for you to have a little piece of understanding of each of these topics. Probably we are going to talk probably so generalistic because each one of them, if you dive in, I mean, you're going to have a lot of information. But I want to tell you like there is a bunch of activities, there is a bunch of of I would say platforms, digital tools that you can use and are going to be helpful for you to improve that marketing strategy. So we have marketing strategy, digital property and ownership, professional email management, brand guidelines, website optimization, social media management, digital advertising, and e-commerce considerations. So, yep. Next, I'm going to start right away with the first one. I've seen in small business management, like there is like a misunderstanding about the meaning of what is marketing, and especially what is marketing strategy. For me, marketing is a combination of activities that are going to be helpful to drive results for your business. That's what I consider marketing. And these activities include explore a diverse of advanced tools. Right now we have a lot of advanced tools that probably you don't know, but even if you don't know those advanced tools, there are some other traditional tools that you can use, but you need to explore those different activities and to understand what's going on in the market. Sometimes I suggest something called peso model, which is paid, earn, search, and own. If you explore that, like if you go, for example, search that even in a basic Google search, you're going to see like dozens of activities that you can create with this model. They can tell you about, you can use pay-per-click, you can use affiliate, you can use SEO optimization, you can use a partnership, you can use, I don't know, paid search, paid social. Many things like are available for marketing strategy. And also, the PESEL model is something like I consider is important to understand, because this is very helpful to understand what is happening in the environment, what is happening in the economy. PESEL means politics, economy, social, technology, legal, and environment. That's what it means, the model. So you have to understand, you need a basic understanding about what's going on around you, what's going on in the market. It doesn't mean like things can change. I mean, after COVID, we know that some environmental things or some legal things are very hard to control. I mean, those are external variables, but you need to know a little bit about them, about to understand what is going on in the market and what is the trend in the market, right? So marketing strategy is something about how to visualize a bigger picture. Is to see like is having a holistic vision about what you want to optimize all of these activities, to optimize all of these activities to drive marketing results at the end. That's what I see for the marketing strategy. Sometimes, I see like a confusion with that. Some people sometimes afraid, hey, I'm going to invest in marketing, but I don't know, like probably I don't understand a lot of things of marketing. It's hard. I mean, it's not hard. Even if you have like a small budget, there are some activities that you can do by yourself, and some of them probably are free, but you need to create like a consistent schedule just to make the things happen, right? But in some of them you have to invest, and you have to invest money, but you need to invest that money in a very intelligent way to drive those marketing results that you want or what you expect. And we all know that at the end we want to sell, or everybody wants to sell. That's the, when you are a business owner, that's what you want: sell, sell, sell. But marketing is like you have to create like some foundation first, create that audience, create whatever you want to drive, whatever is your goal, and at the end you are going to have your sales. But it's a funnel. I mean, you have to build that. You need a foundation for doing that. Later, we have something about digital property, and this is something like I've seen in some businesses, and they still struggle with this because they hire someone else, like an agency or a freelance, to create, let's say, a website or to control the digital accounts, maybe the digital advertising accounts. But I always suggest that the first step, like you have to do when you have a business, especially when you want to introduce in digital marketing or to improve your digital strategy, is that you need control of the essential digital accounts, such as domain, email, website, social media, among others. If you are going to contract somebody else, as I mentioned, agency or freelance, you just need to assign a role based on specific needs. That's the only thing like you need. But you are going to keep the ownership, and that's very important. I've seen sometimes like, hey, I want to work with you, Juan. Okay, yeah, let's work together. So I need access to your website. I like to be admin to do some to make some changes in the website. And they told me like, hey, Juan, I'm not the owner. I don't know how to do it. The owner is an email with somebody that I used to work like 2 or 3 years ago. And so you start to see like the issues that it starts to create. Like it's a very complicated matter when you want to continue work in all your digital accounts. It's a serious issue. And I've seen that not only for the websites, for other things, even domains. Like that's the most basic thing. Like you need to control by yourself. And when I'm working with someone, I just say, buy your domain and just give me access, like an admin or a manager of the account. That's all. That's all what I need. But you keep the control of that. You are going to preserve you need to make the payments. So you're going to receive an email, like you need to make the payment for the domain, like every year. You need to pay for the website every year, the CMS, if you're going to buy something. So it's up to you to control this. It's very, very, very important. And related to the previous step, we have also the professional email. I've seen also like and it's not bad like having an email and try to create connections with that, but it's more professional and more secure if you create your own professional email after you buy your domain. It's going to ensure like you show a professional presentation for clients, suppliers, and whoever. And I said this because it's also a way to control your digital accounts. Sometimes it's more or less the same. I go to, hey, I need to control your business manager of Facebook, for example, your Meta business manager. Okay, I need access. I need to access to the assets of this account. Or say, I don't know, I created this with another email and I forgot the password. So, and you're going to see that the page is linked with that business manager. So it's going to be an issue for me and it's going to be an issue for you to recover those accounts. I mean, you can talk to Facebook. There are ways to do it, but you need to demonstrate like you are the owner of that account. So it's an issue. It's going to take probably some days or some time, because when you talk to the big corporations to restart like accounts, trust me, is a serious issue. Like it can take 1 day, but it would take it can take more days, like for recovery. So it's serious. Like you have also a professional email. You can secure those social media accounts, for example. You can secure the advertising accounts. Even there are digital accounts that only allows only allow professional emails, and you can just add who's going to be your employee should have your professional email as well. So imagine this topic about security is getting. I mean, for us, it's getting better because I mean it's a way to control it, but some people is going to see it like in a different way, right? But yeah, that's what I think when the professional email. security and organization of your digital accounts. Brand guidelines. This is another very important matter I've seen, because somebody asked me, like, when I want to create a website, okay, I need your brand guidelines. That's very straightforward. I need your brand guidelines. And they're going to tell me, what is that? You say, what do you mean? What is that? I have the logo. Okay. Well, we have the logo, but you have the original file, the AI file of the logo. You say, no, I just have a PNG of the logo. So, well, it's very complicated. I mean, because if you had like the original file of the logo, probably you can create like some brand guidelines for them. Like you can extract the specific colors, but you have a PNG, it's going to be a little bit easier because you cannot control even sizes of that. So that's a serious problem. So when you want to contract some designers, or if you have it, always ask for the brand guidelines. Brand guidelines go beyond the logo. Logo, it's okay, you can have it, but brand guidelines, you are going to have the mission of the company, the vision, the palette of colors, the size rules, what to do, what you can do, and it's going to showcase consistency, professionalism, and brand recognition. That's very, very, very important. And if you have, like, I want to contract some designer, just always ask, hey, I want to create my logo for my packaging, I want to create my logo for my company, but please include the brand guidelines, and please send me the original AI file to my logo, because it's going to be easier for whoever is creating social media, for whoever is creating the website, or updating the website, or to creating assets for advertising, if you have the brand guidelines, right? Website optimization. This is one of the hardest one, because when someone hires, like a small business owner hires someone for creating the website, they believe like it's just to pay for the creation of the website and that's all. Okay, I have the website. What I'm going to do next with my website? You need to understand that the website alone doesn't generate revenue by itself. You need to promote it to different channels: organic, paid, traditional channels, partnerships. And you need to understand also, like a dynamic, like the website, they should be more dynamic than static. You have to create changes all the time, new apps, integrations. You can integrate with social media, you can integrate with advertising, you can improve your SEO. There are apps for that too that are very helpful. So you can improve your images, sizes, right? And all the things that are in the back end of the website optimization. Social media management. Okay, so someone, Ivan, brand book is the Bible for a designer, right? Social media management is recognize. You have to recognize the creative time required for an effective social media presence. And sometimes it's like you need to understand that social media is free for consumers, but it's not free for the content creator. You need to invest in tools to create and publish content, and you need to maintain a schedule to keep that consistent content all the time, those updates. And you need also to diversify your digital your digital social media accounts. Sometimes, okay, you have Facebook, Instagram, okay, you can do it, but there are other type of social media that probably are helpful for you that you haven't explored, and probably your target audience is that, but you need to explore and see what's going on there. There is also something called social media SEO that is again with the keywords as well when you are creating the copy for any post. And I guess the most important thing of social media is the data analysis, because with that, you are going to understand what is the real audience that you have. And probably you can invest some money in paid social to drive a specific, I don't know, like a specific ad for that target audience. Sometimes I've seen also like they pay for followers. I mean, and you see like, hey, I have 10,000 followers, but you see when you go to the feed of the Instagram, for example, you see just probably 4 or 5 likes. it doesn't make any sense. If you have probably more than 1,000 followers, you're going to start to have probably more than 15 likes or something like that. But if you have 10,000 followers or even more, you're going to have more for sure. It's supposed to have, it's because it's supposed to be your target audience. It's better to have like a small audience and start to grow slowly. You're going to get your followers soon, but you need to be consistent in that. But it is required to create a social media strategy for that, to improve these, to improve your social media. We have also the digital advertising. Here right now we have, there are too many platforms for digital advertising right now. I think the most important or relevant probably is Google Ads right now. If you look for the most important website in traffic since many years, is being google.com. And it's important to understand something about that. But Google Ads is not easy to learn. I mean, you need some special learning for that. You need to take your time to understand that platform. It's not going to be automated to get results. You need to make it manual sometimes to make some improvements in your audience or those keywords that you're looking for. But there are too many platforms. You can mention Meta ads, you can mention Pinterest ads, you can mention TikTok ads, Amazon ads, Walmart ads. There are too many. But the only way, like, you are going to work on one of them, and you're gonna probably love one of them more than the others, is to test. There is no other way. Start to test. Start to put some money there. Not probably, if you have a low budget, probably just start to put some money in that and start to test and check what's going on and optimize your target audience with the time. So you need to track these campaigns all the time, like on a day-to-day basis. It's not like you're going to create a campaign, you're just going to leave it there. No, you have to improve it. You have to optimize it all the time. And also, you need to understand, like, these platforms, they have updates. For example, there is an update, like probably, I think it was last year, something about, like, you cannot do some things with the Apple devices if you are promoting something in digital. So those things, you have to understand what's going on. People, for example, in some places I've seen, like, this policy privacy, for example, in Europe is more strict than other countries, like in America, because there is the option to say no, like, to say no to those cookies, so the advertisers are not going to track easily they are not going to track you easily to send you the message again, right? So yeah. And data analysis, because without that data analysis, there is no digital advertising at the end. We have also e-commerce consideration. That would be, I think, some people believes like e-commerce is easy. E-commerce, I think, is the hardest thing ever. It doesn't mean like you cannot do it. You can do it for sure, but you need to follow like a process, because you need to evaluate the significant time it demands, and you need to analyze different costs that are required for creating an e-commerce. You need to understand what is the cost of the goods sold, COGS. You need to understand if you produce or you're a manufacturer, you need to understand what materials, labor are required for creating a product, to understand the shipping fees, the platform fees, the packaging sizes, because everything is a game of optimizing the shipping as well. So you are going to save money if you don't ship the right size, for example. You are going to save money if you ship the right size of any product. You need to establish clear policies of shipment, clear policies about returns, and you need also to create integrations with different apps that are going to be helpful to promote your e-commerce. Pop-up banners, for example, inventories, Like you can, if you have already a software of inventory, you can connect that with your e-commerce. We can integrate with your social media. Social media also has like some e-commerce features. For example, in Facebook or Instagram, you can integrate that with your e-commerce, so people can buy your product directly from your social media. And but this is probably a step, like you need to think about that before. You need to consider how many SKUs you are going to sell, and you need to understand also, like if you have more SKUs, you are going to have more success. With a few SKUs, it's going to be hard. With when you have more, it's going to be probably easier. People is going to find you. But again, it doesn't mean like you cannot start with something, but make it real if you follow like a process and you follow like a strategy to create an e-commerce. In conclusion, and yeah, we're closing in 3 minutes. Every marketing journey entails a continuous loop of testing, learning, and analysis. Perceive what is working or what is effective, and extract valuable lessons for what is not working. What it works, leave it. What it doesn't work, okay, forget it and try again. That's how it works. Recognize what succeeds today may not necessarily thrive in the future. Some good strategies today are not going to be the strategies of the future. An effective marketing strategy is a dynamic blend of traditional and digital techniques. They are very tailored for your business goals and target audience. Stay informed, up to date, and adapt to changes. That's probably is hard for business owners, because right now we are adapting to changes so quickly that it used to be probably 10 years ago. And seek guidance for professionals when needed, when you want to enhance your strategic endeavors. And that's all. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. I was supposed to interject with a few questions, but I think you explained everything so well that there was very little need. I think what you were speaking about from head to tail, really, from understanding your website and understanding the importance of your website and the role that it plays in your overall marketing. You mentioned there, like building your website, but also have a strategy for how you're going to get people to it. I think I have a story of I was in the office not too long ago. The office that I work in, there's other companies there as well, and someone realized that I did marketing and asked me to build them a website. And it's funny because that is usually the first thing that people ask when I say, "Oh yeah, I do marketing," or "I work in marketing." The first thing they ask for is a website. Whereas website doesn't even necessarily have to be the place where you do the bulk of your business. It could be through, just a simple landing page kind of thing. And another thing that kind of we need to kind of keep in mind when marketing our business or our small business online, like you mentioned, is the brand guidelines and the consistency. And people don't realize necessarily like how much having those brand guidelines can really help your audience to identify your content quickly. And if you're doing a paid ads campaign, they're used to seeing you show up in a certain way and in a certain format. So before we go, I know you've got your email address there, and I'm going to put your website up. Can you let us know a little bit about the work you do with small businesses, what kind of services you offer, and where people can find you to learn a bit more?
Okay, this is my website, juanexcel.com. Here you can find me easily. You can get some appointments. Like you require guidance about some marketing subjects. It's not about everything, because as you mentioned, we don't do everything. And I just, like a short story, I created this website. I created Juan Excel a long time ago with a YouTube channel as well, about Excel, Microsoft Excel. It started as Microsoft Excel, that story. And later I realized, like, I was trying to improve the digital strategy of the business, not only Microsoft Excel. So I started to introduce new topics about Google Analytics, about advertising, about YouTube, and that thing. So Juan Excel was a project like I started the last year, on as Juan Exceller now as a marketing, and I offer services mostly about the digital marketing strategy and e-commerce, and basically those e-commerce and advertising. Those three are my strengths. And if you someone requires something about business planning, of course I'm also helpful, and Microsoft Excel as well. This is like an extra feature that I can offer for the businesses, but they are applied for small businesses, because sometimes you learn Microsoft Excel is not, I mean, some people is not about doing an exercise. I mean, it's how you can use it for your day-to-day operations in your business. So yeah, right now, for example, I'm creating an e-commerce for a company. They have around 300 SKUs. It's taking me, I mean, I'm spending a lot of time in that, because when I arrive, for example, to that company, they are a small business, and they have the e-commerce already there, but no description, no SEO, just the title of the products. So the sales were very, very low. So we are trying to create like a big file, trying to update those the description of each of the products, trying to improve the some of the pictures, and to connect with the search console as well. So those are the things that I do, like yeah, every day. And advertising as well, and something about social media sometimes too. It's not my main core, social media, but I can be helpful for some posting as well, but more corporate posting, not for something crazy, or like probably there are people more specialized in that type of marketing, more about more exposure of the people. I'm more in more corporate or type of business posting as well. I don't know if you understand that. Like that's
Awesome. Yeah.
is different. Like
Fantastic. We have one question from Bibiana. I think the main, like, what she's trying to get from that, I believe, is with everything changing so quickly, how do companies stay up to date in terms of marketing and knowing how to adapt their strategy?
I guess this is probably something I mentioned at the beginning. Like is first of all is self-learning, but if you have like some employees in your company, you need to encourage them to stay up to date, and you have to probably to give a little bit of time to, let's say, a cert, please, I'm going to get this platform to educate yourself. I don't know, for example, a LinkedIn Learning or a Coursera, something like that. And please start to review something like this. You're going to be up to date. And also the 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 main channels, for example, if you go to Google Ads, they offer a diverse of certifications, and they are going to be very helpful, because when you are going to have like the manager account, for example, of Google Ads, it's required to have one of those certifications. So it's going to be very helpful, of course, for your business. I think Meta Ads also, they offer like if you are certified Meta Ads, you can have some extra features as business as manager, ad manager. So I think that's the way. And also check some seminars and follow those mainstream companies that are always up to date. For example, the CMS companies. I follow, for example, Wix and Shopify all the time. I assist to seminars of Wix as well. And sometimes, for example, today I had one in the morning about this is a company from Canva that is helpful for data analysis. It's called forgot. It's for Canva for digital visual data visualization. So there are always ways, and trust me, if you go, for example, to LinkedIn, they are always trying to promote different seminars all the time, and you just need to register and sign up. And then, I mean, there are many free ways to do it, but or you can contract someone for a personal training as well.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Juan, for the info. This video as well, the live will be available both on LinkedIn and on YouTube as well. So if you wanted to go back over, maybe you joined us a little bit late, you want to go back over some of the content that we covered, then you can find us there. I'm also going to leave Juan's LinkedIn account
Yep.
So if you want more tips or you want to contact him directly,
Yep.
then please do so. Bibiana is saying thank you for the answer to her question. But yeah, and thank you for being on. Thank you for everyone for joining us. Until next time, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.
Okay. Have a good day. Bye.